today's workout is a partner workout. You and your partner will be accumulating as many ring muscle ups as possible over the course of 10 rounds. You and your partner will be alternating every round, meaning I'll do a round, then my partner does a round, and we'll keep going back and forth until together we've completed 10 rounds. Ultimately, I will complete 5 rounds myself, and my partner will go ahead and complete 5 rounds themselves. From there, we're going to go ahead and start the workout off. It's going to be a 1-minute clock. And on this 1 minute of work, you're going to go ahead and buy in with 10 burpees to the plate. That means we're going to be facing the plate. You'll do burpees behind the plate. And as we come up, we'll go ahead and jump on top of the plate, getting full extension. We'll go back down and continue that until we've completed 10 burpees to the plate. We'll be using a 3-inch plate. For most people, that is going to be a 45-pound plate. But if you feel like the jump is too much, we can go ahead and make it a smaller jump with a smaller plate. We can also change it to a amount of burpees that allows you to get about 30 seconds of work completed at that muscle up, okay? So as we move through this, you want to kind of think about moving these burpees a little bit faster. If you look at the athlete notes, you'll see that we have a slight decrease of the burpees if you'd like to scale it down a little bit. Now, we will be doing ring muscle ups today, and those are going to be on the high rings. However, if we don't have ring muscle ups yet, we are going to work on the transition here. So you can see I have a set of low rings, really, really low for us today. And as we go through this progression, you're going to be able to choose one of the options that best suits you. For some of you, we're going to be working on just the transitional phase of the muscle up, and it's going to be more like a ring row. So from here, you're going to go ahead and move back. We'll have dropping the hips down a little bit so that we can kip it up. And then we can go ahead and guide those rings to our sides, and then ultimately we'll be here. This is going to be more for somebody who doesn't really have the security or the stability for a ring dip hold. All right, so our feet stay firmly on the ground, and we'll be passing through that range of motion. Again, the hips will come up. We're going to go ahead and pass these rings through that range of motion that we talked about in the warm-up. And then we go ahead and get into that dip. We'll start back down every single rep, and we can move through that with a little bit more kind of patterning of that ring, the transition of the rings. Now, as we start to become a little bit more stable, we can go ahead and support our body weight on the rings. We can raise these rings up, and now we can start to move through a little bit more of the strength portion of that transition. So from here, we can go ahead and place our toenails down. We can go ahead and lean back. When we go ahead and get into that starting position, elbow will be pointing forward. We have that false grip. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and lift our chest to the rings. We're going to press down on the rings as we transition over. We're going to get to the top of the dip, and then we can go ahead and reverse that, lowering ourselves back down. All right. If 2 feet supporting is a little bit too easy, we can go ahead and bring one leg out, and that way we can go ahead and get that transition a little bit differently as we move through that. Alternate feet as you go. We can also apply a band. Maybe you understand kind of what happens with the muscle up. We have the strength for a dip, and now we are going to start to bring the kipping or the more dynamic aspect of the muscle up into it. So we can take a band. You can see I've looped one band through the ring so it's firmly secure. And then I do have one side that will be draped over. Your hand will be the lock that secures the band to the ring. From here, we're going to go ahead and sit into the basket of the band. We'll go ahead and lean back into it. Again, we're going to need a false grip. Our elbows are going to be tight to our sides. And then from here, we can go ahead and push our hips up and rotate around to that top position. Go ahead and complete the dip if you can. And then we'll go ahead and rest. So that's going to be something we'll practice in the warm-up. and just kind of playing around to see what's going to be the best suited scale for you today, okay? For some of you, if this is all something that you can master, we've got the band down to the smallest band possible, which would be right at training yard. And then we've just found that, like, okay, all the pieces are there. Now we just have to get used to the swing and the high rings. You can attempt. So there's going to be so many different scales that we can do here that can allow you to kind of learn or kind of put together pieces of the ring muscle up. All right. This workout alone is awesome with just the burpees. So it's going to be an added bonus to be able to work on the muscle up as well. This workout is going to be fun. It's going to be challenging. We're going to understand that as we get into the deeper rounds, your pushing muscles are going to be fatigued. Muscle ups might become less than or impossible, but keep your intention set to the ultimate goal of just like really kind of focusing on form and technique. And then we'll get the volume kind of situated as we get further into the year, okay? So this workout is going to be challenging at times, but with a buddy, you and your buddy will be able to kind of tackle it with good intentions, all right? Enjoy and have fun.